When it turns red, then we're going to be running live. Hey everyone, this is Stephen Smith from Inside Out Studio, coming to you for Live Art Mini. Happy Monday, everyone. Hope your week's getting started to a good start. I'm here with Allison Davis, and we're doing part 2 of making your own inks from organic materials. So Allison, anyone you want to say hi to out there?
Hi to my mom and everyone who's watching.
All right. Any updates from the weekend, new movies, or fun events that you went to?
No, just kind of hung out and ran errands.
Nice. Did you see that snow coming down?
Yes, I did. It was cold.
Yep. We're getting that first taste of winter. The fall's coming in. But we're coming to you for the second part of our making your own organic inks from natural materials. So to do a quick review, I'll do an overhead shot of what Allison's working on.
He's making kind of anything, Stephen.
Okay. All right. So apparently we didn't have our screen on there. So we got an overhead shot now of what Allison's working on, what she started last week. So technical difficulties to start off our live art mini this week. But Allison, do you want to review what we made last time?
We made some beet ink, some turmeric ink, and some blackberry ink.
That's right. So the beets were made from boiling the beets for about 40 minutes. And then you just kind of sift out the water there. The turmeric is when you put raw turmeric into water. It's kind of mixed up the best you can. It did come out a little bit grainy, did it not?
Yes, it did come out grainy.
Yeah, so you just have to drain kind of like wipe the grains off once the ink dries. And then the blackberries, we're just muddling the blackberries and kind of smashing it around and get the juices out of those. So you got this nice kind of purple ink from it.
We also used alcohol in the turmeric ink.
Correct. Yep. So with the beets and the blackberries, that was done with water, and with the turmeric, that was done with alcohol. What's your favorite of the three from last week?
The beet.
Yep. The beets were the most intense, and you can see like as they dried over time, the beets kind of settled out. They weren't as intense as they initially went on, and very close to the blackberries. So today we're going to be mixing 2 new types of inks, but before we get to that, we're going to give a big shout out to Sherry Armstead and Symmetry Gallery, who are our season sponsors for Live Art Mini. So thank you so much for allowing us to bring Live Art Mini to everyone out there on Facebook. So if you're looking for some handmade, one-of-a-kind gifts, check out Symmetry Boutique and Gallery on Sims Road in Fairfield. All right, Allison. So I've prepared some black beans. We got 2 new inks, one of which is going to be black bean ink, which is supposed to be blue. So what we did for that, looked up the recipe. You're supposed to boil them and let them sit in water for 24 hours and then drain off the liquid that they've been soaking in. So we've got a big batch of black beans, which I'll carry out over here.
Black bean ink.
That's right. We're going to just kind of pour off some of the liquid.
Don't get that on her, Stephen.
I will not. All right. Pouring off some of the liquid. We always want to test our colors first to see what they look like. So I've got some extra watercolor paper right here. So Allison, if you wouldn't mind trying out some of this black bean ink. Let's see what color that is.
Stephanie, what color that turns out to be? Right, Stephen?
Right. Oh, it's a light gray. Not blue at all. I'm going to try to take some directly from the black bean bin. See if it comes out any differently. It's a little more intense, but it's kind of a light gray.
Still gray frosting fun.
It still is. All right, so we got some bean ink.
Bean ink.
which is a light gray in color. I can see how it has a cool tint to it, kind of bluish, but not blue. And then we've also got a cup full of charcoal. Well, it's not ink quite yet, but charcoal taken from the grill, as well as some burnt up pieces of wood taken from the fire pit, because this is the season for fire pits. Get out there, so we're going to drain this off. And I'm guessing that's also going to be a gray based on what's come out. Should we try that one out? And with the charcoal and the burnt wood, I think we're also going to have little bits of grain to come out just based upon the sediment there. So that's something that could be brushed off after the painting process. All right, so Allison, would you like to add some of that to your design? And if everyone's watching out there, feel free to give us a comment, give us a like, give us a heart, send us a question.
And please give it a big thumbs up.
That's right. Thank you, Kara.
You're welcome.
We'll be moderating comments. That way we can respond directly to you. Hope everyone's off to a good Monday to start the week. So Allison, do you have a favorite among all the organic inks that we've been making?
It's a tie between the beet and the turmeric.
Beet and the turmeric? Gotcha. I was going to say, both of those are pretty intense in terms of the coloring.
Beets turn ink pink. Get it, Stephen?
Say that again, Kara.
Beets turn pink ink.
Yep. The beets do make some nice pink. I'd say like a nice bright magenta.
Uh-huh. You can actually see that in Allison's whatever that is. Thing that she's doing.
Yep, she's got some nice pink beet ink.
She's got lots of pinks in there.
And Darlene says hi. So she's watching out there today. We also got Grace Caldwell. Give us a thumbs up. So thank you, Grace. Hope you're enjoying things.
All the outside of it is going to be the color.
Are you up there, Facebook? Facebooky people.
You like the green?
Or please click like and subscribe to our channel.
That's right. If you're on the YouTube, so you can always check out the former live art minis on YouTube. And you can subscribe to that. And give us some likes out there as well.
Mm-hmm. Click like and subscribe. Click like.
I was going to say thanks to everyone that came out to support us for Illuminate Hamilton last Friday. We had a little downtown shop hop here, as well as everyone that came out to Lakota East Art Fair to support the art studio, because we had a booth there as well. So great sales to support the artists. Continued sales throughout the season. So we can still have time to come in and get a commission if you want something one of a kind, or you could pick out the colors, do something really specific for a loved one, family member, or friend, as well as check out our online store to support the artists. Everything can be searched in terms of a specific artist as well as different types of materials.
If you also want Christmas ornaments, we can do that too.
That's right. We got some brand new Christmas ornaments that came out. We got some gnomes, Christmas trees, lots of fun stuff. So we're watching Allison paint right now, but my co-host seems to be Kara Bergdorf. So thank you for helping out.
Hello.
Copper tea. Top Dixie Venus.
All right, Grace watching out there says she's loving your artwork, Allison.
Thank you.
She says it's really amazing, and the beet's her favorite color as well.
In plate mascot. Abu Raja.
You know that you can also eat beets?
In Aladdin.
You can also eat them.
Yes, you can also eat the beets. Actually, got the beets in my fridge at home. So after we drained off the ink, we kept those. Might roast them up in the oven.
Yum.
King Tarzan.
You know they also make great chips.
I was going to say, we have to look into the charcoal a little bit more. I was hoping for like a darker black from that.
I know, me too.
Maybe if it sits in there for a little bit longer, I don't know. But you can also see, here's our tester here. It's hard to see probably from the overhead creativity camera, but this bean ink is getting a little bit blue-green. So check that out, Allison.
Uh-huh.
If they want a specific one, Stephen, they can just come in.
All right, I think Allison's going to bring her painting to fruition for Live Art Mini today, but we're going to take a quick break midway through because we do have a special message from Sherry and Debbie over at Symmetry Boutique and Design. So we'll just take a quick pause and hear a message from them.
Hi, it's Sherry, and I'm here with Debbie at Symmetry. We just want to take a moment to say thanks for your love and support of Symmetry Boutique and Gallery, because we love you at Inspiration Studios as much as you love us. Come see us, come see some of our outdoor art, and mention this video for a 10% discount. Look forward to seeing you.
That's right. See you soon.
All right, thank you so much from Sherry once again for sponsoring Live Art Mini. So go check out Symmetry Boutique and Design on Sims Road and get a nice little discount if you mention that you've been watching Live Art Mini. It's very nice of them. I was going to say,
Percent off too.
that's right, you get a little percentage off there. So I was going to say, these first 2 weeks of organic arts and making your own DIY art materials has been inspired by my wife, Jen Akers Smith. So I'm going to show you a couple images of her work. First off, what I showed you last week is here's her tester. So she's got a lot of different types of inks that she puts out there, made from different materials. And it could be just like what we're doing today, like different types of berries, different types of minerals. So she tests them all out to see what kind of colors that they create. And initial looks can be deceiving, just like our black bean ink, because things change over time as they absorb into the paper. But she does, I'll show you some of her artwork. Lots of different paintings based upon...
Oh, I like that.
You like that one?
Uh-huh.
Yep. So most of you know that we have a son, Kobe. 3 going on 4 in December. So lots of images based upon motherhood.
Of little cobalt jades.
That's right. Cobalt James Smith. You're correct. Here's another image.
Cute little.
We've got a big hi from Ashley Curtin out there. Thank you for watching Live Art Mini today. Now I'll show you one more image from Jen's body of work. There you go. She just had a show up there at Miami University in Oxford, showing off her organic material, organic ink paintings. But let's take it back to Allison now. I believe last week you said you liked working with these inks to some degree more than the actual watercolors.
Oh, yes. You can control them better.
Do you think they don't flow as much? They don't spread out as much?
Yeah, they don't spread out as much so fast.
Gotcha.
My favorite medium, though, is acrylic.
Yep, that's much easier to control. It's a little bit thicker paint.
Yes.
See, my favorite back in the day was oil paints. I don't get to use those as much anymore because they are a little bit toxic in terms of the fumes and, you know, the cleanup materials. How's that charcoal ink treating you?
It's going okay. I don't really care for it.
Yeah, it's very light. It's very light gray. Maybe if we let it sit up more over time, it's going to get darker. But it does have the sediment that dries up on top. Have you put any black bean ink in there yet?
Oh, yeah. I can't tell which is which now.
Yeah, they're almost. So I'd say after drying, it looks like the black bean ink, like I said, it's a little bit blue-gray, blue-green. And the charcoal is very, very light. Alrighty, wrapping things up.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alrighty, and then you've got a commission that you've been working on for a special person. We won't give any details in case they might be watching out there, but let's switch back to the front cam. Because I know that when we started today, technical difficulties, we didn't have a shot of you. But I just wanted to say if you wanted to give a special shout out to anyone today.
To my mom.
All right, so Darlene is out there watching, so thank you so much. We got Evan in the background. Evan, you want to say hi to anybody? Oh, come on now. All right, so we're going to switch over to Mr. Brett Garrett, who has also been working with the inks from last week. If you've tuned in with us, we're just going to slide our camera over here for a second. Ooh. There we go. Here we are, Brett. How has your weekend been?
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Do anything special this weekend?
Oh, take a couple walks.
Took a couple walks. Did you enjoy the snow coming down?
Oh yeah, I was dressed warm.
Okay, very cool. I was going to say, I'm going to hand this to you real quick, and I'm going to set up the camera so we can see what you're working on. So quick change over here to Brett's artwork. Let me do a quick input here. Allison's helped us out by bringing over some material.
Thank you.
There we go. All right. So we can see so everyone's going to be seeing what you're working on from overhead now. So you got the painting that you started last week. So this has got the beet ink, turmeric ink, and blackberry ink. And then you've got a new design that you're going to be working on today. So you can use any of the inks really. And then we'll get you set up with a few brushes here.
You want this too?
No, we're good with that. That can
What do you want me to do with this?
That can be cool. Now we just start testing.
Okay.
All right, Brett. So you got your new design here. So we're going to say, going from your left to your right, I'm going to open this up. This is going to be your yellow turmeric ink. That was made by submerging the turmeric into alcohol and mixing it up. You got your beet ink, which we did the boiling of the beets. And that's going to be a really bright magenta. Here is the muddled up blackberries, which is kind of like a light violet. You've got your black bean ink next to that, so that's going to turn into kind of like a more muted blue-green color. And then we've got our charcoal. I do like that beet ink. It goes on super bright. I'm going to revisit, I'm going to pour out some of this and revisit that charcoal to see if it got any more intense as it set it. All right, so once again, black bean ink was made for 24 hours. It's kind of left soaking in some hot water. So that developed a little bit. The charcoal we just made, once again, that's a literal piece of charcoal from the grill, as well as some burnt up charred pieces of wood from the fire pit. So we'll see if it gets more intense as it sits. I do see a lot of sediment in there, but I think that's going to come off more as a light gray. So I know we just use water for that, but I'm wondering if putting it in alcohol like the turmeric ink would make it be more intense. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, yeah. I think it.
Did you try any black bean ink yet? Let's see how that one turns out. I know it goes on super light. It does get a little bit darker as it dries, which is interesting because the beet ink goes on pretty intense, but then kind of calms down and lightens up as it dries. The black bean ink goes on very dull, but gets more intense as it dries. Try out some of the new charcoal over here. We'll see how that goes on. Yep. I think you still have a lot of beet ink in your brush. I'm going to try a different brush there. There we go. Just going to take a fresh brush here and try in a new spot. Looks almost the exact same as the black bean ink. You keep doing your thing there, Brett. You pick the colors you like. I just wanted to see if we had any better effects with the charcoal ink that's been sitting longer. I think it's maybe a tiny bit darker. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. Sometimes it works better when you're working with a limited palette. We only got so many types of inks that we've made. Work with a limited palette. All the colors seem to unify together. Keep tabs for Facebook for all of our special projects that we're working on. We're wrapping things up for the day. But I just want to let everyone know that we're working on a special project up at Dayton. We're working at the library for the new Burkhart branch, and Brett's back painting that he did is going to be the backdrop for an installation that we're doing there. It's very similar to what you're seeing here because Brett's got a very unique geometric style, which is awesome. And we're also working with students up at Talawanda High School to do an installation in their media center. So like we said, keep tabs on Facebook. You can see the progress of those two projects. And also, talking about the holidays, I just want to remind you of our store hours. We're open from Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. So Brett, what do you always like to tell people?
Oh, have a good day, and make sure you buy something.
Yep, and make sure you buy something. So Brett, I'm going to switch to our front camera here so everyone can see you. You are a special featured artist of the week as well. So let everyone know that you can come out and buy some things from Brett, from all of our other artists. We've got our new Christmas ornament designs out in the gallery in the studio. And then you can also shop online. So come out and see us. There's lots of great things happening in downtown Hamilton. And for myself and all the artists at Inside Out Studio, have a great week. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good day.